Computer languages are the tools people use to control hardware. Wikipedia lists over 700 languages. That doesn't include specialty languages or proprietary languages. For many of my generation, a dialect of BASIC was our first computer language. Over the years, BASIC has continued to evolve, and because of that, it remains one of the top 20 popular languages in use today. So for this Kickstarter, we are going to port our compiled BASIC to the SAMD21, which is used by many of the Arduino Zeros. That BASIC includes support for floating point, arrays, and strings. With it, you can control I/O pins, A to D converters, have direct hardware register access, and buffered serial channels. In addition, there's a runtime monitor for debugging, a preprocessor, inline assembly, and a math library. The development environment for our BASIC is called Basic Tools. It's simple, easy to install, less than 30 megabytes, with the majority of that being documentation. As you've been watching, you can type in simple programs on a line-by-line basis and then run them. While this line-by-line method looks like an interpreter, this is truly a compiled BASIC, and the output of which is hex files stored in the flash of the ARM. Compiled BASIC is at least 20 times faster than one that is interpreted. On a PC, here's an illustration of the difference between an interpreter, a bytecode compiler, and a true compiler. Our BASIC is a true compiler, so it has a big speed advantage. As your programs get bigger, you use a text editor. We don't force you to use our own text editor. You can use any one you want, but we will install Notepad++ as part of the installation. We include numerous libraries, including that math library, hardware register definitions, and hardware functionality such as pulse width modulation, I2C, and timers. We also include a number of examples from a simple Blinky all the way to a multitasking setup. Back to that Blinky for a second. The BASIC has a runtime monitor which you can display registers or areas of memory in the ARM processor. Here's the Blinky registers that are controlling the I/O, and I can read and write them, and you can see the LED turning on and off. Feature of the debugger is that you can dump all the variables that you defined in your BASIC program, and that's what's being shown now. The goal of this Kickstarter is to get to a software downloadable version of BASIC for Maker Zero boards. For the awards portion of the Kickstarter, we're going to offer bundled versions of the BASIC with different Maker Zero boards. Thanks again for watching, and hope to hear from you soon.